Alright, what's up everybody? My name is DeltaWolf556 and I'm back with episode 73 of my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Last time I went down to the Sunset Sarsaparilla headquarters and found out the legend of the star. I also got a pretty cool laser pistol out of it as well. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to end up using this thing, but I'm a collector, alright? I like collecting unique items, and this is a unique laser pistol, so obviously I collected it for that very reason. Now, if you're wondering what we're doing today, well, we're back at the Hoover Dam, if you couldn't tell, because we are going to be cracking on with the main quest line. It's been a while since I've actually done any of the main quest line, but that is what we're going to be doing today. So I got to head inside and find Colonel Cassandra Moore. Sometimes you can get lost on your way to Colonel Moore, but you just head through this elevator just inside the visitor center and to the left, and then you head down here, and then you make a right, make another right, walk past that person, make a left. You head through this door, this door, and then you'll run over here to this door, head into the offices. Through this door, I immediately go to the left, then the right. We'll head through the supply shack. You could buy from this guy because he is a barter, the Quartermaster Barton. He doesn't really want you to, but you can pass a speech check. But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really need anything. And then we'll make a left, go up these stairs. Once we're up the stairs, we'll go around the corner to the left, and it's literally the first door right here. And then this is Colonel Moore's office, and she's not in here, so... Oh, there she is. She's, like, walking through the hall. We'll wait for her in her office. I see you're very busy there, Colonel Moore, but, I'm here to see if you need any assistance.
Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now, and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission?
Absolutely.
Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them?
You could say we've had dealings.
Then I don't need to tell you that they can be a pain in the ass. The NCR has a rather sordid history with them, and I'm concerned that we'll find them aiding our enemies when the Legion attack comes. That is, unless we get to them first. I want you to visit them in their canyons to the far west and make sure they're in no shape to join the Legion. They're just another gang of raiders as far as I'm concerned, so deal with them appropriately. Any questions?
What if I can convince them not to join the Legion?
Don't fool yourself. I've dealt with enough of these gangs to know that they can't be trusted. Was there anything else?
No questions, ma'am.
Good. I look forward to hearing of your progress. Dismissed.
Alright, you heard her. We're off to Red Rock Canyon, Rex. Let's get going. So I'm back in Red Rock Canyon, and luckily for me, I've helped out the Great Khans quite a bit. I've helped them out enough to make me idolized by them. And the only quest I haven't done for them is Oh My Papa, and I don't remember if I mentioned back when I was helping them forever ago, but I wanted to save that quest for this quest that I'm doing now. So inside the Great Khan Longhouse, they're all, no, I will not. They're all eating their meals, but over here we got Papa Khan, obviously, and we got Regis, who is Papa Khan's advisor, and then over here we have Carl, who is a representative of Caesar's Legion. We'll talk to Papa Khan.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Caesar is only using you. He doesn't actually care about the Great Khans.
Doesn't he? Caesar's representative tells a different tale. The glory of the Great Khans will be restored, and once the NCR is pushed back to California, all the land from here to the Colorado will be ours. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Well,
farewell.
I hate to tell you, but Caesar's kind of dead. But yeah, let's talk to his representative.
I've been warned about you. You are perilously close to making an enemy of Caesar, and that is not wise.
Perilously close? I'm vilified by the Legion, and I'm the one who killed Caesar, as well as many other named Legion characters. But what do you think of the Great Khans?
They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. They will be worthy additions to the Legion.
Oh, that's nice to know that you totally, definitely think that.
Yes, goodbye.
Now we'll talk to Regis.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
So what's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Oh, tell me about Papa Khan, actually.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
What did you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Well, I'm idolized by the Great Khans.
Until next time.
Well, whatever. We got the quest active now. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. This is Papa Khan's room, which is locked. And this room right here, this, you would think it's Regis's room. But Regis actually doesn't have a room in here. This is actually Carl's room, which is interesting that they gave him a room and not Regis, who's Regis is supposed to be his right-hand man or something, but he's not. But anyway, inside Carl's room, in this footlocker, we have... Wait, what? The Dragoon Assault Rifle. That's a cut weapon from Fallout 3. Obviously, this was added to the New Vegas with the Fallout 3 weapon restoration mod, but this is a cut weapon from Fallout 3. Like, it wasn't even actually in Fallout 3. I think it's in the game files, but, like, it's not actually in the game. But what we're after is Carl's journal. So, Carl's journal. This journal consists of detailed records and observations from Carl's time with the Great Khans. Many of the entries go into great detail about his opinion of their savage, barbarous customs, and at several points he waxes philosophic about how it's very likely that Caesar's legion will have to execute the lot of them. Kind of interesting how he says that in his journal. When you ask him about what he thinks of them, he says they're awesome and they're amazing and stuff. Now, we're not going to give that journal to Papa Khan just yet. We're now going to leave and head back to Colonel Moore and ask her about a Great Khan NCR alliance.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
What the heck? How did you teleport out here when you were sitting at the table eating? But what is it you had in mind, Regis?
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular. Me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already if we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
What would convince Jack and Diane to support me?
You'd have to talk to them, but those 2 have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around.
Alright, fair enough. What about Melissa?
Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts.
Alright, I will see what I can do to convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
Alright, how would you suggest I go about doing that?
Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the Great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would too, if I were you.
Now, I actually already have the, his journal. So I'm gonna see if I can bring that to, Regis. Not Papa Khan, but Regis. I also have the Legion slave ledger as well.
You honor the great Khans with your presence. What can I do to help you?
Have a look at this book. It will show you what happens to tribes that ally with Caesar's Legion.
Let me see. My God, this is even worse than I thought. Okay, you have my support. I'll tell Papa the alliance is a bad idea. Until next time.
Alrighty, now we just gotta convince Jack, Diane, and Melissa. And luckily for me, I've already helped all three of them out before. Hello there, Diane.
Damn it, someone offed Motor Runner. That guy was one of our biggest clients.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know who would have done that. So about this alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Anders got back a little while before you did. He told me what happened. If that's how the Legion treats my people, I don't want any part of them.
Alrighty.
Bye.
And now we'll talk to Jack. Well, we don't actually have to. I forgot you don't actually need to, because you can see the quest markers gone from both of them, because I convinced her. So now he is also convinced. Hello again, Melissa. Long time no see.
How's it going?
Regis says I should talk to you about speaking against the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Carl told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatory.
Did he also tell you women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khans join the Legion, you'll be sold as a slave, an officer's wife if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. Alright, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance. Later.
And then with that, there's one more thing we gotta do before we head back to Papa Khan, and that is reporting to Colonel Moore and asking about an NCR Great Khan alliance. Ah, hello again, Colonel. I see you're still very busy, but I just have something I want to talk to you about real quick.
Yes. Did you have an update on the Khans?
I do indeed. The Great Khan's second-in-command seems amenable to allying with the NCR.
An alliance? That's an interesting proposition. Any plan where I can throw packs of raiders at the enemy instead of my own soldiers is a good one.
The current leader of the tribe is dead set against it. Maybe a diplomatic solution would work?
We don't have time for diplomacy. This battle is coming any time now. If the leader won't be budged, he'll have to be replaced. I want you to go back to Red Rock Canyon and assassinate this Papa Khan. You'll have to be stealthy. If they see you do it, they'll kill you.
Alright, I'll look into it. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I'm going to end up doing, because I don't remember if I can actually convince Papa Khan down or not. But we'll see what happens.
Here, take this lockpicking gear. Your best bet is to wait until late at night, find a back door, or catch him by surprise when he's alone. Good luck, soldier. Dismissed.
Alright, let's head back to Red Rock Canyon. Hey, Papa Khan, I got something rather important to show you.
All four of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all.
I think you should take a look at this. It's Carl's journal, and it's very revealing of his true opinions.
Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them? Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him.
Now, normally he's sitting here eating, and then he'll be getting up, and then they'll go to kill him. But he's in his room, so why'd they go into Papa Khan's room? Well, if I was going to assassinate Papa Khan, that would make things easier, because they just unlocked this. They just unlocked this door for me. That's funny. But yeah, sometimes when he's in here, he'll like come out, and then he'll die like right here, and then his body will fall into the fireplace, which is quite funny. But I'm also curious, like, if I didn't take that Dragoon assault rifle with the ammo from here, I wonder if he would have picked it out of the footlocker and then used it. Probably, honestly. Papa Khan, I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans that makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's Legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory?
With the speech of 75, you don't need to look outward, mighty Khan. Your tribe is proud and strong. Claim your own glory.
Well spoken, traveler, well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer.
Now that sounds wise. I wish you the best.
If you should ever tire of wandering alone, seek us out. You might just have the makings of a great Khan yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And with that, we can head back to Colonel Moore. Colonel Moore, I have an update on the Great Khan situation. I have taken care of them, and they are going to be evacuating Red Rock Canyon.
Good riddance. We've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with chems, but no one's done anything about it. In any event, no one will miss them. And I've got another mission for you. We've had some disturbing reports recently concerning the Omertas, one of the 3 families that run the Strip. Our intelligence has discovered that high-ranking members of the Omertas have been having clandestine meetings for the past several months. We haven't been able to determine whom they've been meeting with, but if it's Caesar's men, we'll need to act. I need you to uncover what they're up to and stop it if it threatens the NCR. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Sounds good.
Liza O'Malley at the embassy may have some information for you as well. Dismissed.
All right, sounds good. And that is where we are going to be picking up with next time. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a like on it. If you happen to be new to the channel, would appreciate you subscribing. If you're interested in any of the mods I have, I do have a link to my Google document that has the link to all of the mods I use in my New Vegas playthrough in the description. I also have a Discord server down there as well, so if you want to join that, feel free to do so as well. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, nighttime, afternoon, whatever time it is for you, and whatever time zone you are in, and I will catch you all later. DeltaWolf, out.